don't think that's going to change too much. But happy Star Wars Day. As you can see, it's May the 4th. We are about to enter in a series against the Atlanta Braves, who are 4 games behind us, so we can really put some space between us. And let's see what we do. Give Rummel to a day off today. I gotta give some other people some days off too, so he gets the most tired. Hope you've been watching every day, every night on YouTube, on David B 69. These broadcasts get released. So it's kind of cool.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Jordan Balazovic, the right-hander from Canada, will be the starting pitcher. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
Digging in, Ozzie Albies. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Underway here in the Monday opener as the game's first pitch misses for ball 1. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
What an opportunity to get a chance to put our eyeballs on one of the best teams in baseball right now. This team has played so well. Their manager has been on point. Every move he makes is working. Timely hitting, great defense, good bullpen. The starters have been on point. This is going to be special.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Nick Markakis stands in as he looks at a called strike. Markakis, originally from New York State, he's a 15-year major league vet, so it's been quite the career for him.
Yeah, Matty, to play 14 years in the big leagues without question, I can't tell you what this guy's seen. Add in the minor league stops, he's seen every corner of this nation right here. He's been on buses, he's been on charter planes, he's seen every part of what baseball has to offer.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss there on a good pitch as Markakis is retired for out number 2.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way to do it.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And Freeman's aboard. It's a base hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Acuna digs in now. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. Freeman is off at first with 2 away. And it's fouled away.
A slider, go inside.
The 1-2. Freezes him. A strikeout looking. Braves strand one. Now it'll be the Phillies' turn. No score.
All my difficulties are set up as all-star.
Max Fried gets the starting assignment for the Braves. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA, and it's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Ozuna is under it.
Too much inside. I should not have done that.
And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting second, the third baseman.
So one away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring in Gene Segura. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, we had eyeballs on yesterday's game. They were able to win that one. They're playing really focused right now, and if they execute like yesterday, I don't see any reason why they don't win today's game.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Lifted in the air to center field. Acuna's there for it. 2 down.
Batting third.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
0-1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
Pretty much the accuracy you have to worry about. Center and the left. Right field definitely weakable to the run. So
now here it comes. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Fouled off.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle.
Shift and everything. It's just hit the R3 button and just use the right analog stick to scroll it around. So if you ever wanted to peek, you can get a look at the skyline. You can do a bunch of things there.
Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. But he will make the catch on the dead run as he tracks it down just shy of the wall, and the side is retired. He played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. Digging in, Marcell Ozuna. And the confidence might be wavering at the moment. The last 10 or so ball games have been a real struggle for him. First pitch coming. Here it is. Ozuna, once a member of the Cardinals organization, he became a member of this team after signing as a free agent earlier this season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
Still 1-2. Now here's the pitch. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
I didn't want to do that pitch. If ever that happens, just hit the
Now we'll
L1
step
button.
off and rethink this.
He'll step off. You push the wrong button.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one. He'll come into this one with an average way down at 235. 3 homers, 13 RBIs. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
I'm generally not a fan of any pitch
A
that
ball and 2
dives into a
strikes to
batter.
count to Tyler Flowers.
What pitch recognition right there. 90% of the guys are going fishing after that nasty slider.
2 balls and 2 strikes now to the Braves catcher. Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Batting 7, the shortstop, Charlie Culberson.
Into the box now, Charlie Culberson. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. Line drive to left. McCutchen is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So nothing happening this time around. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. Stepping into the box, Rhys Hoskins. In his career versus this pitcher, he's only 1 for 10.
Rhys Hoskins.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball.
Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike 1.
Impressive how far off the first base bag Freeman is.
And he fouls this one off. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Yeah, that was just a bad play by me.
Here's Didi Gregorius. As it's grounded sharply to first. Freeman is up with it, and he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Batting 6.
At the plate, Davy Grion will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First offering on its way.
Count 1-0.
Yeah, I don't play him too often, but I try to mix him in whenever he gets tired.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
2-1 after the foul ball there.
I just don't like Real Muto
Bottom of the second here with no score.
getting injured.
Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball.
And if it's from overusage, I really can't forgive myself.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Acuna giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this.
Back now in Philadelphia, home of the Phillies, who've certainly benefited from some solid pitching all season long. In terms of ERA and WHIP, they rank among the best pitching staffs in the league, leading some of the position players I talked with to sing their praises, while also emphasizing how happy they are to play behind them on defense instead of facing them in the batter's box. One of them told me, "Our guys are awesome on the mound. They keep us in every game, and they really work hard as a group to push each other to get better all the time. I really appreciate what they bring to this team." Sounds like a group that has earned a lot of respect around the league and from inside their own clubhouse.
Thank you, Heidi. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Good waist pitch, 1-2.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away.
Nice.
Something breaking down and away off the plate.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Number 54, Max Fried.
Standing in now, Max Fried. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1.
Wow. 5 contact, 0 power, 4 contact. So he's a 4 contact and 0 power against me.
And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
2-0 count. Here it comes. Hit on the ground to third. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Now that.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Bounce to first. Hoskins gathers it in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Braves are set down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Stepping up now, Roman Quinn. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
Now, hitting-wise, the only buttons I actually do is the right analog
First
stick to
pitch of
control
the
where
at-bat.
the pitch is coming from, so I can aim for it.
And he lays off here, but it's a
And
cold
the only
strike
button I
1.
hit is
He's
X
had
for a
some
normal
success
swing.
so far, but he's going to need to continue to throw strikes early on in the zone, because the more they see this guy, sooner or later they're going to figure him out.
Behind 0-2 now.
The reason behind that is if you hit the upper part of the imaginary circle.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there.
If you hit that
Big
upper part of
strikeout,
the
keep
yellow
that
in the
guy
middle,
off the base path.
pretty much a home run almost every time, especially if you get a perfect
Inside
swing.
with the fastball, it's 1-0. This is line to left. And the Phillies are into the hit column.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8, 9-hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you could swing the bat.
To the plate now, Jordan Balazovic. And they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
The left fielder, number 22, Andrew McCutcheon.
Into the box now.
Yeah, bunch
Andrew
are a little bit
McCutcheon,
more fancy.
0 for 1 here in the early going. First offering on its way. Hard on the ground towards short. And that is through into left field, a base hit. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. Get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
And that'll bring up Gene Segura. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Now I want to make him throw a strike.
Ready with the 1-0.
He dropped that curveball in for a strike right there. But don't kid yourself, that's a dangerous pitch. He needs to start thinking about maybe working that back door, or that could get some serious damage done to it.
Lifted in the air to center field. Acuna's there for it. And that's the third out. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 3 innings complete. It's the Phillies 1 and the Braves nothing. Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder.
The right fielder, Nick Markakis.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fly ball out toward left center field. After it is McCutchen, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Man, that's got the sting for the pitcher and his teammates. They just get on the board and are feeling good about themselves, looking for a shutdown inning so they can get some more runs on the board. But instead, this guy blasts a leadoff double. Getting that shutdown inning is going to be a lot tougher now.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. A base hit in his first trip. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Got nobody out. They pretty much have to give up a run and hope for a double play.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. And they're runners at the corners now. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch skied into straightaway right. Harper has a read on it. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third, as this should get him on the board. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly, as that'll square things at 1-1.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
Digging in, Tyler Flowers comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. There's Segura. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Braves get a couple of hits here in plate 1. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4, all tied at 1-1.
The big bats up.
Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Harper, 1-0.
This is pulled into right. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the Phillies get a man on to start out the inning.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
Yeah, now they're sort of a little bit more in a regular defense.
Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. Back in standing. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball one.
It's been impressive so far. I've been able to keep him over 300.
The 1-0. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame.
I just didn't want to swing at that first pitch.
And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. From the stretch. Squared that one up just a little late.
I really thought I had that. That was very late, though.
And he comes back with one down and in for ball 3.
Okay.
And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
It's not easy to watch that go either.
So striding forward now, Didi Gregorius. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball. And that will take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. The 2-0 on the way.
Yeah, good.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting right there.
I accidentally hit the R1 button because I was just scared that he was actually going to catch
He
it.
had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
At the plate, Davy Grillon, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Now the 1-0. Grounded to third. This could be 2. Scooped up. They get the force at the plate. Now over to Freddie, and it's a double play.
The center fielder, number 24, Roman Quinn.
That's
Sliding in
heartbreaking.
once again, Roman Quinn looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Average of runners in scoring position.
The 1-0. Grounded back up the middle. Albies picks it up. Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are turned away. They get nothing out of this situation as the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1.
That hurts.
Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves' offense with their manager, Brian Snitker, during the commercial break. And he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only one of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
Off for the Braves,
Thank you, Heidi.
the shortstop, Charlie.
Here's the first pitch to him. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. Culberson has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is. He shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
That's what you call clipping the outside corner. Great movement on that slider, and it completely locked up the hitter. Didn't fool the umpire, though.
Into the box, Austin Riley. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
Quinn is there. 2 gone.
The pitcher, number 54.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Max Fried. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
He has enough energy to keep going for a little while.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a swing, and a bouncing ball hits a Gregorius at short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Down in order go the Braves. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And one thing he stressed to me is the need for them to have more competitive at-bats the rest of the game. He told me he can't recall many times where they've been able to get to a full count today. And while that's not always a necessity for success, they've clearly had their struggles today, especially when it comes to making things difficult on the opposing pitching.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Leading off.
So striding in, Scott Kingery. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. And that misses for ball 1. Chased a bad one there. 1-1.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
And here's a fastball, not close, as he runs it to 2-1 now. Three and 1.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
This one's down to 3rd. He's got it.
That was ball 4.
And there's 1 away.
That was ball 4.
Pitcher, number 31.
Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Jordan Balazovic. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
And not easy to do in today's game. High velocity, exploding breaking stuff. He executed that sac bunt perfectly.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, it's a game of execution. If the pitcher stays right there, this lineup's going to continue to have a tough time.
And a minimum effort at bat that time as the pitch is taken for a strike 3 called, and he'll go back to focusing on pitching instead. 2 away now.
Number 22.
Digging in and looking for more, Andrew McCutcheon. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is...
This is hit pretty well out to left field. Back goes Ozuna. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Phillies down in order. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 aside.
This close.
Ready once again, Ozzie Albies. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
The second baseman, Ozzie.
First pitch of the at-bat. Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike to.
Hit hard on the ground to third. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The batter, the right fielder, Nick Markakis.
Nick Markakis digging in now. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. First delivery to him on the way. Right side hit hard. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So it's a multi-hit game for him as that ball finds a crease into right field. And as we check out our Atlanta Braves leaderboard, you can see that he currently ranks 2nd best on the roster in that category. Now a quick move here to step off and look the runner back. In now, Freddie Freeman. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. A double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play and the inning is over. Braves go down quietly. Score remains tied 1-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now to the plate, Gene Segura. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Out in front of it, strike 1. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Segura is hitting over 350 up in the high 300s.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a
diving effort as it's off his glove. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dealer, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
From the stretch. That's lifted the other way out to left. On the move is Ozuna. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Didn't get enough of it.
Now batting, first baseman, Reese Hoskins.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Reese Hoskins. It was a walk in his last trip. From the stretch, here's the pitch. In the dirt here. Now the 0-1. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
We've got 60 pitchers.
And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. High in the air out to center field.
Missed it.
Acuna is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0.
Not a bad spot to miss right there. Much rather have it run inside than out over the plate where the hitter can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, he's very tired.
The 1-0. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Very impressive outing so far. His command has been spot on. Even when he misses his spot, it is.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year, and it gives the Phillies a 3-1 lead.
No square, no guest pitching, just plain normal swings and aiming that cursor just right.
There's still some game left to be played, but that one swing could end up being a deciding factor in this one.
I love the bat flip.
Stepping in now, Davy Grion.
The catcher.
As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. No hits to this point. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and the inning continues. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
Here comes the Braves manager out as he'll take that slow walk toward the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. He'll depart after 5 2/3 as it'll be up to the bullpen to keep his guys in the ball game. Luke Jackson takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Number 77.
Darn.
Luke Jackson.
No, I don't want to do this. And since the pitcher's in a 3-hole now, I'm going to get the bullpen ready just in case. Hopefully I won't have to use him, but I want Kelly.
At the plate now, Roman Quinn, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Ozuna is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. But the fighting strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. 4, 5, and 6 coming up to start the 7th. It's now 3-1 Philly. Ready for another shot now. Ronald Acuna due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Looking to send him packing again. And another foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery.
Wow.
Hit out towards second. On to first, and a big out to start the 7th. 1 gone.
Now back Left fielder.
At the plate, Marcell Ozuna. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Oh, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
3-0 now.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
Swinging on 3-0, and he can't keep it fair, so it'll be 3-1 now. 1 out, nobody on. This one's down to third. Segura has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting.
So coming to the plate, Tyler Flowers. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, this is his last batter probably.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a shin high slider laid off for a ball. 1-1 the count.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Center fielder coming on. He makes the play. A great catch on the run to retire the side. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They still trail it here 3-1. And in steps Scott Kingery. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
The second baseman, Scott Kingery.
Here goes Robert Stock.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front. Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen. A swing and a ground ball to third. Reined in. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Nick Williams will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Pinch hitting for the Phillies. Number 5, Nick Williams.
First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1. And he takes a cold strike 1.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Acuna giving chase. He makes the running play. 2 down. Had to go a long way to make that running catch, and here it is again with the show track data. Took a great angle at it, showed nice closing speed, and ended up running close to 120 feet to bring it in. No doubt that grab saved extra bases. So 2 are gone now in the Philadelphia 7th, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP Andrew McCutchen. And that's high for a ball. 1-0. Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0.
Pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
A 3-1 count to the Phillies left fielder.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Gene Segura standing in. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. He's set. Here it comes. Heading out towards shallow right. Markakis will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia as the lead remains 3-1. Robert Stock has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 89, Rubber. Stop.
New inning set to get underway. Coming to the plate now, Charlie Culberson. He got called out on strikes his last time through, and he popped him up. Kingery will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone. So his day fully over now as you get a look at the pitching line for the Phillies starter. He was on point from the get-go this evening.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help for the bullpen to close this one out.
So now to the plate, Austin Riley, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. And that's on the outside corner. 1-2.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
I don't want that pitch.
8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Fouled away. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch, and even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Stock, a 6'1" right-hander. He was taken in the second round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has. Nice pick.
2 out, nobody on. Full count to Ender Inciarte. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Another payoff pitch. This one's flared out toward left. Coming on is McCutchen. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time. Loved the effort in the outfield, and he was close to making that play, but instead it's a double. That's a risky play, though. Could have been a lot worse than a double.
So up steps Ozzie Albies. Seared down the first baseline. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. A.J. Minter is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 33.
Now at the plate, Bryce Harper. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
What do you go with Alvarez for the save? Robinson is a little bit winded, and I don't want to get him hurt either.
First pitch on its way. Fly ball out toward left center field. On the move is Ozuna. He's there and records the first out.
Up next for Philadelphia. The first baseman.
Stepping in, Rhys Hoskins. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose.
Okay.
The 1-0 is taken for ball 2. The 2-0 on the way. Minter has a good reputation for preventing the long ball. One swing can change the complexion of the ball game when you're coming in late, but he rarely lets that happen. Part of what makes him as effective as he is. A swing by Hoskins, and this is driven to deep left. Ozuna is going to get there to make the catch a few steps into foul territory for out number 2.
Shortstop, Didi.
I really thought that was gone.
Gregorius.
Stepping into the box, Didi Gregorius, and he's coming off a 2-run homer his last time around. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Nope. That's inside.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
No strike.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
I don't know why I'm swinging at that.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Now the 2-1 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Acuna's there for it, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Settling in now, Nick Markakis, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Jose Alvarez comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 52, Jose Alvarez.
He's set, and the pitch.
That's out.
The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Alvarez is among a dying breed. Those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. 2 balls and a strike now. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. And the pitch. Line towards center field. And Markakis has got himself a base hit. So it's an inning opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bringing the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
I don't want to do this, but just in case.
Into the box now. Freddie Freeman lifted into center field. Quinn will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Now at the plate, Ronald Acuna. No thump out of him in this game so far, as might be expected. He's 0 for 3. Yanked on the ground down the line. And a diving effort, but it's out of his reach. A foul ball. Left side. Taken in by Gregorius. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty B, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he didn't.
There's a lot of pressure on you, because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
I don't care. Coming in.
David Robertson answers the call from dugout as he'll try to record the final 2 outs of this one. And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. A ball and a strike. One and 2 now, as that one's fouled off. From the belt, kicks and deals. First and second now, 1 man out. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full, 3 and 2. Tyler Flowers waits on deck. Hot shot down the line. The next 3-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Tyler Flowers stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Now this crowd of just over 21,000 are on their feet. And he struck him out for out number 3, so that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. The Philadelphia Phillies rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Jordan Balazovic notches his 3rd win of the year. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.